Hello, everyone out in our TPN community. Super excited to have you join us for another episode of TPN Talks with Leticia. We have a very special guest today, Marcus Williams, culturally responsive peer support specialist at the Multnomah County Resilience and Recovery Project. So welcome, Marcus. It's great to have you. If you could just introduce yourself and then kind of any details that you want to share with our community about who you are and what's important to you.
Hi, my name is Marcus Williams, and I am the culturally responsive peer support specialist at the Resilience and Recovery Center for the Pathfinder Network. I'm a typical Black guy and that works in the field of recovery and resilience, dealing with people that's either in recovery or seeking recovery. And man, I'm just here to share a little bit of insight about who I am, what my story is, and what role I play at the agency, at the Pathfinder Network, and how much I value my position there.
Tell us a little bit about what led you here. Just to share a bit of your story with the team.
Wow, that's a very interesting question. The Pathfinder Network was an agency that I was already familiar with. I have some history in the justice system, so I've had a little bit of information passed to me when I was in prison. Some Pathfinder information dealing with cognitive behavior. So the information was so powerful. The little bit that I was able to get, it was so powerful that it stuck with me. Moving forward, once I was able to get out of prison, when I seen that the Pathfinder Network was offering a position to do recovery and reentry work, I already knew what kind of work was involved with the Pathfinder agency. It was an easy call for me, like this is where I felt like I needed to be. And else, I went through a bunch of training, went and got my peer support specialist and peer wellness specialist. I went and got all my certifications, and here I am. I'm a Pathfinder.
Yeah, I love that story that, links back to when you were inside and you kind of carried this connection to the Pathfinder Network, and now you're here carrying the word in a different way. That's amazing. So I'm wearing this sweater today, some merch from your brand. And so your life at Pathfinders is one facet of you, but I'm repping it for a reason. So can you tell us just a little bit about your vision and some of the work that you're doing in your community?
Right. So yeah, taking another path is something that I created, but actually the principle from what I created was a spinoff from actually being a Pathfinder. Because along the path of being a Pathfinder and finding my position in the agency, I was able to righteously take another path. And when I say take another path, I mean that going back into the prisons and speaking to the same gentleman that I left behind when I was on the wrong path. So now that I actually found my position with the agency, with the Pathfinder Network, I was able to start really, really, really honing in on who I was, where I wanted to go, and the path that I wanted to take. So as a result of that, I created my own brand, which is taking another path, which is a direct correlation to the work that I do with the Pathfinder Network. The Pathfinder Network, I feel like, is the parent agency, and taking another path is the baby.
I love that. I love it. So I know, actually, I got a text this morning from a mutual partner of ours, Bo Brinson.
Right.
And this is what he said about you, Marcus.
Yes.
He said that you knocked it out of the park last night and really spread a message that folks really resonated with. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing inside the institutions.
Man, well, this has been my second visit. I was there last night for the Black History celebration that they had. I went to go speak with the gentleman and just carry a message of hope and let them see that it is possible for a person to actually take another path. When I say take another path, it's really a real journey, so just going back in there, speaking with the individuals there, that some people that I've been known for years that are still there, right? So for them to be able to see me come back into the prison, as a free individual and as somebody that has actually done some things to create a better path for himself, that's inspirational. The people in my story and my lifestyle resonates because those brothers know exactly who I am, where I come from, and the things that I'm doing now, they know that it's sincere. It comes from a place of authenticity. It was very inspiring. It was emotional, impactful, and it was something to really to highlight. And it was a big point in my life as well.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That I was going to ask you what that feels like for you. Like, oftentimes in my life, I'm like, I love when I have those full circle moments that are like, I didn't understand why I had that experience all those years ago, but now in this moment, I now know that it was for a reason. So what's it like for you walking in there or walking out, given your, life experiences and the journey that you've had?
To be honest, it's kind of surreal because I never would have thought that I, would have got to the point in my life where I was able to walk back into the prison and share a message of hope and share a message of inspiration with them, right? Because I've always been the one sitting in those chairs looking at somebody else come in. So for me to actually walk through those same corridors and entering as a visitor, it's like now I really see all the things that all my life travels and all the things that I've experienced. The prison that I went back into, which is Oregon State Penitentiary, I paroled from there 8 years ago, right? So this is how I know that whatever path that God has me on right now, this is actually a chosen path. It's the right path, and I know that I'm in the right place. So going back up in there, it's a mind blower, But like I said, I can relate to the men, so that right there makes it all that much more powerful for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. I really appreciate you sharing that with us. All right. So, another question that I have for you is just like reflecting on your time here at TPN. What's something that you've accomplished that you're proud of?
The thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that I was able to actually become a part of the agency and start really doing the works where I'm comfortable and knowing my role. When I first started working for TPN, I was welcomed with open arms, right? The culture and the diversity and just the staffing across the board are all embracing, right? But it's one thing to be embraced by an agency, and then it's another thing to know that once I'm there, I need to really be able to do what it is that they brought me on board to do. So now that I've been there, I've been working for TPN for a little bit over a year now, and I'm starting to get more comfortable in my role. I know exactly what I need to do. So when I'm able to help somebody in a way of maybe helping them get housing or maybe helping them get some of their work documents or just making sure that they feel heard and feel valued. I think that the thing that I take in that really, really sits with me is the fact that I'm able to serve in the agency that has brought me on board in open arms. I'm able to give back through my work and in the way that I show up every day.
Yeah, that's powerful. Being able to give what's been given to you, right? And
Yes.
that's the pattern that we all need to be in is creating more and more of that, right?
Right. Yes. Yes.
Love it. Well, the mission is something that's really important to me. It's why one of the reasons I'm here for sure at the organization, which is to, provide justice system impacted individuals and families the tools and support that they need to be safe and thrive in our communities. So, what does that mission mean to you, Marcus? And what do you see for the future?
That mission is very powerful for me because I feel like being able to help somebody change and me being a part of that, it's a twofold win-win for me. I'm able to see the benefit in the people that I help and also me being able to like replenish my own soul. And it's not just a mission, it's actually a walk of life. These things that we do every day, we're boots on the ground and we're really connecting the dots with people in a way that they feel valued and know that whatever they're going through, things aren't, always that bad because they have people that can walk side by side with them and make sure that we help them see a better day.
Yeah, absolutely. What about the future? Yeah, what are your thoughts or ideas or visions for what our organization might look like in the future?
Being able to serve in a broader range of the services that we already provide, but just being able to maybe expand a little bit and being able to serve multiple populations of people. Like, you have a lot of people in different ethnic groups that all need help. We want the Pathfinder agency to be a multidimensional agency and offer a broad range of services that way that everybody that we come in contact with know that they have a place in the Pathfinder agency as just like when I came to the Pathfinder agency.
Well, Marcus, thank you so much for taking the time to connect with me today and having this conversation and just appreciate the work that you do and the purpose that I know you're carrying out every day. And excited, for folks to learn more about you across TPN. So thank you for joining, and thank you everyone else for joining today on an episode of TPN Talks with Leticia. We'll see you next time.